Miss Tony and Rockstone Triz.
Triz is in here putting us in some kind of mood today on this rainy. This is the Friday-est Wednesday I have ever experienced. Oh my gosh, I woke up this one was like, oh, I'm so glad tomorrow's Saturday, but it's not. No. But tomorrow is Thanksgiving, though. I am looking forward to that. That's going to be good. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Yeah! We here. It is and friends. Saucy is not in the building today, so it's just and friends in here. Me, Miss Tony B. Knowing, and your good friend, Rockstone Triz on the ones and twos.
What out in the house?
Spinning it on the wheels of steel and dropping it on...
Yeah, I didn't come in here to do what I wanted to do because DJ Live got my hard drive, so I was just working with what was working.
Oh, that DJ Live! I tell ya, she always is doing things. I just had to consult Facebook to find out who my true love is because apparently Facebook wanted me to know that this morning. And my true love is someone I already know.
Who's that?
I don't know. I probably can't stand them. Whoever it is.
And I wonder how they come up with that.
I don't know. You know this OMG. But anyhow, I hope you guys are getting ready for your Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving Eve. I am excited. I am looking forward to the food tomorrow. I've got my cornbread stuff because, you know, that's my assignment. And I hope y'all got your turkeys baked and all of that. Dee Dee, I will be coming to get my turkey today. Sorry. My bad. So, yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to give y'all a chance. Give it a share. Get everybody in here. Everybody's preparing their meals. So nothing else to do while you're preparing your meals except for watch Saucy and Friends, of course.
Watching your house. I mean, I'm cleaning the house. What else people do around this time?
I have to do laundry. I'm always doing laundry. I got to do laundry. You know, this morning, you know what? I'm going to quick check in. I woke up early this morning because my neighbor decided to ring my doorbell at 6:30. I don't know why. And I don't know. I don't know why she rang my doorbell. I really don't know. Her and her boyfriend use my apartment as their key for the downstairs. They ring my doorbell all the time, like all hours of the morning and night. It's weird. So anyhow, I've been up since then, and I was looking around my apartment, and I was like, yo, I got a lot of stuff.
You've been saying this for so long.
I know, man, but geez, I got a lot of stuff. I got to get rid. There's a lot of things that I have to get rid of in my life. It's so weird how my hair is so red in this camera. But there's a lot of things that I have to get rid of in my life. I've got to unpack a lot of things. And I feel like I'm going to feel a lot lighter.
Why are you hanging on to it for?
Huh?
What you hanging on to it for?
I don't know. It's just, you know, like I don't know. I just always feel like, oh, I'm going to need that for something. No. But then this morning I was like, no. I have like, how many junk drawers do you have in your house? Do you have a junk drawer?
Yeah.
Do you have more than one?
I never used to have any, but now I have like 3.
3?
Yeah.
I have mad junk drawers, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have at least 6 junk drawers in my house. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just dump those junk drawers and just throw away all that stuff because I don't know what that is. There's 5 in my bedroom, which is crazy. So I got to get rid of that stuff. And I got to start unloading. Man. Unloading
is breathing.
It's breathing?
It is.
It's
unloading.
Freeing?
It's freeing. It frees your mind. You know, cleanliness is close to godliness. That's what they say. Yeah. So, you know, that's when you...
I'm not dirty. I'm a hoarder.
You know, but like being organized and having space is something that, you know, it treats the soul different.
Yeah.
So it's different. Yeah.
You know what I realized this morning, too? Because I was looking at all my sneakers and I was like, why did I do this? Like, what was I going through? But, you know... Y'all know what I was going through. But anyhow, we're going to get this show started. We got some good news for you, local news. And because it's us and we can do what we want, we're going to put the entertainment in the middle. Guess what? Change it up. So we're going to do local news, entertainment, and then get to the national news if we want to. Because, you know, the national news tends to be a little heavy. So you want to lighten it up. Make a little news sandwich for y'all, per se. We put the good stuff in the middle. So we're going to shoot to a little commercial, come back, local news, and all that for you, Saucy and Friends in the morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617 272-3387.
What a night. Just you guys keep in mind this weekend on Saturday, who else do we got in the house but the king of crunk, Deuce Duke, is going to be at the Middle East. Don't miss it. That show is going to be good. I'm excited for it. I've been practicing crunking dead, do my chicken.
I'm going to show you a little preview. I'm going to
show it.
a preview of the show.
Everybody needs to practice. Y'all need to practice.
I'm going to show everybody a real, so excited. All right, here we go. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, children, y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, man. I wrote a song like the hit. Here you go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend is all about Duke Deuce, the king of crunk. He will be inside of the Middle East. We have tickets on sale. Go on our Instagram or go on Yamba Market on Instagram or at sparkfmonline.com. And you can grab those tickets right there. But yeah, let me just show y'all a little piece of what's going down this weekend.
Bad bitches all in my shows when I'm top, they taking it out. Fuck it up, boy, I got money, but bitch, I'm popping shit out. I got the ice and the money, the truck. Bitch, I'm a boss. Bitch, I'm the king of crunk, so it ain't no falling out. It ain't no falling out. Young nigga popping off. It ain't no falling off. Young nigga popping off. It ain't no falling off. Young nigga popping off. It ain't no falling off. Young nigga popping off.
Yeah. Duke Deuce.
That's gonna be me in the audience. I think the energy in that room is gonna be very, very, very crazy. Very crazy.
That's gonna be my first rock concert.
Is it gonna be your first rock concert?
It's gonna be my first rock concert. Even though it's a rap concert.
Are you gonna jump off the stage?
That's gonna be my first rock concert.
Oh.
I don't know, but I'm bald, but I'm gonna be shaking my dreads though.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that sounds like fun. I'm gonna shake mine too.
Believe that.
Well, let's get into this show. Today is Wednesday, 11/22/23. There, of course, is rain outside. Rain early, then remaining cloudy with showers in the afternoon. It's going to be a high of 53 degrees. Southeast winds shifting to the northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rainfall, 100% chance of rainfall. Rainfall near 1/4 of an inch. Last night, so the house next door to me has you know what they call the galvanized? I don't understand why the house next door to me has that on its roof. But all night, the house next door, right outside of my window.
I like that.
It's very soothing.
Yeah.
Like I slept really, really well. But I was like, where do I live? What's going on? That's so crazy.
Caribbean rain.
It is Caribbean, and it feels like very tropical. If it was a little warmer. Fun fact, today is the 60th anniversary of the JFK assassination. I didn't know it was so late in the year. I thought it was in the summertime that happened. But yes, it has been 60 years since the JFK assassination. That's a fun fact for the day. Massachusetts is getting snow, rain, and wind for Thanksgiving travel, and we're experiencing a little bit of that already. Our good friend right here, what's his black meteorologist name? Who he is? He's cute. The WBZ weather team has issued a next weather alert through midday Wednesday as overnight snow showers switch to periods of moderate to heavy rain. Was it snowing last night?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh. I expect much of Massachusetts to be under dense clouds, patchy fog, and wind gusts approaching 50 miles per hour. By Wednesday, late morning and into the early afternoon, we begin to see drier air infiltrating the region, allowing for precipitation to wind down through the clouds, though the clouds will linger. So whatever you have to do, all of your last minute shopping and all of that you're doing today to prepare for tomorrow, just know that it's going to be a wet one. Put on your raincoats. This is a little disturbing news that I was reading this morning. At least 2 Snowport customers said tips are added without their consent, and we've taken appropriate action, organizers say.
What was alarming for you?
What? Because I feel like the Snowport is such a happy place. You know what I mean? Like,
but, oh no, not the 2 people.
Oh no. But listen,
not the 2 people.
That's a statistic.
That
2 people. At least 2 people. At least 2. So it might
Privilege,
be 3,
right?
but it's at least,
At least.
it's at least.
Oh.
The holiday season is when most people get scammed
Oh no!
out
How
of
long?
everything.
How long did the audio went out?
Oh no!
Now we're good now. How long did the audio go out? When did you
Tell
guys?
us, what was the last thing you heard? What's the last thing you heard? Oh, because my
I think-
mic's not on.
Maybe for a couple of seconds.
My mic on? I hear me.
I don't
Can you
know.
hear me now?
What's the last thing y'all? They can hear, but what's the last thing y'all
Can you
heard?
hear me now?
Probably like a minute. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So just tell them when they.
So we were talking about the people went down to the snowport and they were somebody added a tip to their bill without their permission. So, just like I was saying, what does Schneider say here? Mandatory tipping should be a crime. People just check your receipts. Make sure you check your receipts this around this time of year, especially during the holiday season. That's when people do the most little scams. And imagine this was only one person and they overcharged them by $4. But if they did that to a bunch of people, that would just really, really be, bad. So check your receipts. The last thing was 2 people got tip jacked at Snowport. Okay, thank you, Schneider. Boy, I tell you, thank you, Schneider. So that's what happened there down in the Snowport. Of course, you guys should still check out the Snowport. And if you don't know about it, listen to my commercial on Spark FM. I did that as a commercial. A Boston area pediatrician is accused of raping generations of patients. Wow. Generations. That's crazy.
What did you just say?
A Boston area pediatrician has been accused of raping generations of patients. Like raped their grandmother, their mother, and the person. More than 20 women have accused Dr. Richard Koff of sexual assault, and he has been charged with raping 2 children decades ago. He could spend the rest of his life in prison if convicted. It was a question posed on a private Facebook page that resulted in a retired Boston area pediatrician being charged this week in Hingham District Court with raping 2 children and sparked an investigation spanning several generations of former patients. Was it normal for a doctor to insert their fingers in her vagina during a yearly checkup? A woman identified in a Norwell police report as victim 2 asked the group on October 4th. The response she received from the Post was overwhelming in that what happened to her was not the norm, the report says. But that turned out to be news to another woman identified in the police report as victim 1, who said the same thing had happened to her and that she had been under the impression that it was a normal part of the routine pediatric physical exam. It was then that police said that both women realized that they had been patients of Dr. Richard Koff, who had treated children in the town of Norwell for over 40 years. By the time Koff was arraigned on Monday, 20 more women and 2 girls had come forward to accuse him of sexual assault, Plymouth County District Attorney said on Monday. Is this something that we had talked about previously?
No, I just feel like we talk over a lot of people that
a
lot of doctors and
these doctors have been doing this thing to these children for so long. It says the number of allegations has been growing exponentially since Koff was charged on November 2nd with raping victims 1 and 2. We anticipate dozens more similar charges, they say. He adamantly denies the charges. And his attorney describes her client, as a lifelong member of the community. Him and his lawyer did not respond for comment. He is 8 years old. He is now charged with 12 felony counts of indecent assault and battery on a child under 14 and 4 felony counts of rape on a child with force. He was released on $50,000 bail. Crazy. This is crazy. It's so sad. that this could be happening. And like, I'm so tired of hearing about like sexual assault and domestic violence.
Oh, did he
and
say
all
we
of
did
these
talk
things.
about it? So this is a follow-up.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Oh, we did talk about it. Okay. These charges are very serious, and we stand ready to assist with and cooperate with the investigation. Police said that after he was charged, he agreed to stop practicing medicine, and his next court appearance is January 11th. So he was still practicing. He has still been practicing, but after he was charged in October, he stopped practicing. That's so wild. In another wild story of people taking advantage of kids in their care, a former Northeastern track coach pleads guilty to tricking female student athletes into sending him nudes.
What?
Into sending him nudes. Look at this guy sitting there smiling all big. My friend said Snowport, the place we went to for your birthday, added 20% tip both times I went to the bar to get drinks and didn't tell me. I tipped those people an extra $10 because I didn't know. Did that happen to anybody else?
Snowport.
When we went for my birthday, the brunch place, because you kept going to the bar to get drinks. Did they charge you tip without you giving it to them?
No.
Oh, he said they charged him extra. That's crazy.
Oh, wow.
That's awful. So back to this story. A former Northeastern University track and field coach pleaded guilty on Tuesday to charges involving a scheme to trick female student athletes across the country into sending him nude or semi-nude photos and cyber stalking at least one female student athlete. Steve Waith, 30 years old, of Chicago, pleaded guilty in Boston federal court to 12 counts of wire fraud, cyber stalking, and computer fraud related to a vast effort to trick dozens of young women across the country using more than a dozen sham social media and email accounts into sending him compromising photos, the Massachusetts U.S. Attorney's office said. Mr. Waite's conduct is despicable. For almost a year, he manipulated, exploited, and in one case stalked young women across the country, hiding behind a web of anonymized social media accounts and fabricated personas he engineered. Mr. Waite maliciously invaded the lives of dozens of innocent victims and inflicted real trauma. He now knows no one can hide from justice, even anonymously behind a keyboard. Protecting our communities is one of the highest priorities for this office, and we will use every tool at our disposal to ensure predators like Mr. Waite face the full consequences of their actions, said the acting U.S. Attorney Joshua Levy. Waite was a track and field coach at Northeastern University from October 2018. You get the story?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
All right, here's a clip.
Federal court. In a scheme to trick women into sending him nude photos, 30-year-old Steve Waite pleaded guilty to wire fraud, cyber stalking, and other fraud charges. He was arrested in April of 2021 by the FBI and indicted in December of 2021. Federal prosecutors say Waite sent himself explicit pictures of female student athletes from their phones and then used fake social media accounts to contact victims and trick them into sending more photos. He's sentenced in March.
That's really, really nasty. So the way that he did it, he would tell them to give him their phone so that he could take footage of them, like practicing. Mm-hmm. And then while he had the phone, like holding their phone, he would go through their pictures, and whatever pictures he found, he would send to himself on their using their phone. Prosecutors say what is he facing? He will be back in court for sentencing on March 6th. He also cyberstalked one Northeastern athlete from at least June 2020 to October 2020, hacking into her Snapchat account. With that access, Waite obtained more nude photos of the woman, which he sent to her boyfriend through anonymous Instagram messages stating, "I wanted to make you aware that someone hacked your girlfriend's Snapchat account and will leak it soon. I need your help to assure this does not happen," federal prosecutors said. He's a freaking sociopath.
Wow.
Crazy.
I can never really believe that there's people out here that's sick like this.
That's crazy. I mean, the thing is too that these little girls already had the nudes and they put in their phone, so he was just sending them. But who y'all sending them nudes to? Y'all better stop taking naked pictures. What's wrong with everybody? I don't take no naked pictures. I don't got no nudes out there. I think we established that I do have nudes. I have nudes. Canton votes to audit police department amid the Karen Reed investigation. So this case is blowing up all over Massachusetts, right? Of course, Turtle Boy is very involved in this Karen Reed case. This is the case of the officer that was killed by his girlfriend in the snowstorm. So residents
allegedly.
Huh?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes, allegedly. Canton residents in Canton have voted to launch an independent investigation into the town's police department, due in part to the case involving Karen Reed. A special town meeting article passed Monday night by a 903 to 800 margin. That's a huge margin. A separate motion for a vote of no confidence in the Board of Selectmen and Canton Police Department has been delayed. The vote comes in part following the 2022 death of Boston police officer John O'Keefe. Reed, O'Keefe's girlfriend, is accused of hitting him with a car in Canton and leaving him to die in a snowstorm. She has pled not guilty in the case, and Reed's lawyer claimed that she is being framed as part of a cover-up. That's so weird to me. What is this cover-up that they keep on referencing?
I'm not sure.
Cover up for what? Like the police were going to kill him or what? I don't know. Last week, Reed won an appeal before the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court. The ruling granted Reed access to phone records from one of the people her legal team argues is responsible for O'Keefe's death. A trial in Reed's case has been scheduled for March of 2024. So I don't understand. Who else would be responsible? She hit him with the car. Like, that's something that really happened. But what is the whole cover-up, and who else would be responsible for the death?
They're saying that the police, he I don't know. It's confusing to me. But Turtle Boy was saying that the police are covering it up.
Yeah, right. And covering up what though, or whom? I don't know. That I guess I'll have to listen to Turtle Boy to see what his thing is on that. But that is wild. This Karen Reed thing. Notorious murder of pregnant newlywed Carol Stewart and racism in Boston is going to be explored in a new HBO docuseries. So they're making a documentary about the Stewart murder.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night.
Okay. So debuting on December 4th, the 3-part docuseries Murder in Boston explores how the murder of the 1989 pregnant lawyer sent the city into a tailspin of fear. I remember that. That was the craziest thing. The frantic 911 call came in on the night of October 23rd, 1989 in Boston. "My wife's been shot," Charles Chuck Stewart screamed into the phone. "I've been shot." The gunman, he said, was a black man who ran up to their car with a silver .38 snub-nose revolver after they left a childbirth class at Boston Brigham and Women's Hospital. The ensuing mystery and racial firestorm that followed is the subject of an upcoming HBO 3-part docuseries, Murder in Boston, Roots, Rampage, and Reckoning, debuting on Monday, December 4th at 9 p.m. An exclusive trailer is shown below. Are we able to show the trailer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Chet said that the man got into their car and forced them to drive to Boston's largest Black and Latino Mission Hill neighborhood, where he shot him in the stomach and fatally shot his pregnant wife, attorney Carol Stewart, in the head.
Around that time?
Huh?
Were you around that time?
Oh yes. I remember this. I was old. I was 12.
I was old.
I was grown. Their son Christopher, who was prematurely delivered at 7 months, died 17 days later. Imagine if that child had lived. That's crazy. 17 days he survived. But here is the trailer for Murder in Boston.
Crime and violent death.
October 23rd, 1989. A 911 call comes into State Police Dispatch.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah, that's a movie voice.
Yeah, that's the dude.
Been a murder at Mission Projects.
My wife's been shot. I've been shot.
Husband and wife who was pregnant.
Out of the way.
The Stewart case is the ultimate truth serum of the city of Boston.
Boston was stunned by the murder of a pregnant woman.
Her husband, Charles, is still hospitalized.
When crimes happen in certain parts of Boston,
He forced his way into their car.
were shot by a black man.
American Negro. Wow.
We all fit the description.
Cities are naturally segregated. Boston takes it to an extreme.
Let us go to our neighborhoods where our kids are safe.
The 70s were a very tumultuous time in Boston. There was persistent racial violence.
You had heard this legend of Boston as a birthplace of democracy. But then we also have another history as well. That people will just call this the most racist city in America.
That's where that came from.
And boy, I tell you, y'all, they getting all the documentaries now.
They are, because you said that you watched one about the busing.
They got the one on busing out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. This is crazy. And Lawanda says this is going to be a good one. Mike Nice said his brother gave him up. I remember that. That was a strange time. Schneider here. Here's Schneider with his fun facts. When I was in junior high around 1995, one of my classmates, Eddie O'Brien, stabbed his neighbor's mother 50 times and blamed it on a Black and Hispanic kid. I don't remember that, but that's crazy. I'm gonna look that up, Schneider. That is wild.
Danny said, Boston's history so rich.
It's so rich. Uncle Grandpa says, question, did they ever issue an apology for this ish? And I don't think that they did. I don't think that there was ever like a public apology to the city for what happened here. I know that, the 70s busing thing is where those rumors about Boston being the most racist city in America came from. And then, of course, that was, emphasized with this murder situation. Charles Stewart, that man went and jumped himself right off that Tobin Bridge, right? He was like, I ain't doing this no more. And then this Boston.
Oh, that's what he did?
He did. He went to Tobin Bridge and jumped off, killed himself.
No, that was the end.
Yeah.
How many people jumped off at Tobin Bridge?
Man, I don't know, but that's a fun fact to learn. And how do we know all of the people that jumped off the Tobin Bridge? Because I take it. I mean, listen, I know I've said it. I don't know if I've actually do it, but I've said sometimes like I'm gonna go drive and jump right off that Tobin Bridge. Do they have? Is there a fact of how many?
Oh no! In 2009, there were two friends that they decided to execute a suicide pact together by jumping off the Tobin Bridge.
I remember that. It was two black boys.
Oh no!
Yeah, because I think we knew somebody. I think we knew one of them.
Oh Lord!
Yeah. That's it.
And I guess it failed. I guess one of them lived. They both.
Somebody died though in that. I think it was two black boys.
Oh yeah, 1990, Charles Stewart.
You're absolutely right, Junior. I am not jumping. I don't want to jump.
2015,
anyway.
Somebody jumped off the bridge. 2014, somebody jumped off the bridge.
And do that so they don't always die.
And in January 28th, 1951, 6 people in a wedding party
jumped off and killed themselves.
I guess they drove off the bridge.
What?
It's just random, but yeah. Anyways,
how high is that? How high is that jump? Does it say? What the footage is?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna look though.
Saucy says she stayed jumping off the bridge. She does. She always jumping off the bridge. And then very lastly, we have a Boston WTF news. Boston police arrest a man accused of cutting a hole in the pants of his victim to steal cash and a phone. What was the person unconscious? They did not feel a hole being cut in their pants? I don't know. A 36-year-old man was taken into custody after Boston police say he allegedly robbed a person at knife point, cutting open the victim's clothing to get at their cash and other items in the process. The Boston Police Department said Brandon Frazier of East Boston was arrested after officers were first called to the area of 406 Meridian Street for a report of an armed robbery on Monday. Police arrived to find the victim, who told authorities that a man had approached him while wielding a knife and demanded money from him. According to the victim, when he refused, the suspect proceeded to cut a hole in the victim's pants to get at his money, cell phone, and ATM card. The victim then stated that the suspect placed the knife to his throat and demanded his PIN number. After the victim refused to give a number, police say the suspect threw the victim's phone and ATM card to the ground before fleeing the scene. Frazier was located by police after an investigation, which included officers locating the weapon that was allegedly used. The 36-year-old was taken into custody and charged with armed robbery and carrying a dangerous weapon, to wit, a knife. How do you see that somebody would come up to you and cut a hole in your pants pocket while you're standing there?
I'm not thinking it was a hole, but I'm thinking like maybe he slashed it.
Oh,
by your pocket and just pull it.
Yeah, I don't know, because they really very much have a cut a hole in quote unquote, which is weird to me. That's weird. But anyhow, so that is our Boston WTF news. That is our local news for now. We're going to slide to a little commercial break. Come back and we got entertainment for y'all. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, Saucy and Friends.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on.
Turn it on.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Boston Seaport neighborhood has transformed into the Snowport, a fantastical winter wonderland for good times, including gifts, games, art, food, and special events. The holiday market is open 7 days a week through December 31st, where you can shop at 100 plus retail stores and enjoy a meal at one of the delicious restaurants. Follow at Seaport Boston and visit bostonseaport.xyz/snowport for more information.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
Hey, are you ready to dive into the heart of Hood Life? A brand that's all about unity, empowerment, and style. Hood Life was born from the negativity associated with hoodies, specifically in our Black and brown communities, and we want to change that. Visit us today and make a purchase of a sweatsuit or hoodie, and we've got a special treat for you. To show a token of our appreciation for your support, use Spark FM code at checkout and receive a free bucket hat or t-shirt. That's right, absolutely free. Don't forget to visit hoodlifeshop.com. HOODLYFESHOP.com.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM.
Come on.
Spark FM.
Chick a man be ballin', these chicks pigeon toed, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
I just went out. Oh, anyway. Who's this? Little Uzi Vert?
Yes, this is Little Uzi Vert.
Little Uzi Vert. Oh, well, guess what? Today is Wednesday, and we know that Wednesday means WTF, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the rest of the week. But it's also What the F Wednesday. I've got two very crazy WTF stories for y'all, because what is going on? People is crazy. People are crazy. A plane meltdown as a passenger freaks out, accused of being possessed by the devil. By the devil. When your quick flight turns into an Exorcist sequel, that's how you can describe this bizarre scene of a woman having an epic meltdown, leaving her fellow passengers to wonder, WWJD. This all went down on a Frontier Airlines jet traveling from Houston to Denver, but the flight had to stop off in Dallas after the troubled passenger started wailing like her leg was cut off, stirring a huge disturbance.
What?
There's the video. The video is right there. Nobody seems to know what exactly was wrong with her, but this video shows her crying and arguing with the in-flight crew and other passengers as she tries getting back to her seat.
All right, here's the clip.
Yeah, I want to see it too. That's great. Oh my gosh. She says that she was possessed by the devil. That's crazy. Nobody seems, at one point she even climbs over the seats, crawling her way through the cabin, all while sobbing and hyperventilating. As this is all unfolding, some other lady who was in the mix turns to the others and proclaims they're all witnessing a demonic possession. Describing the passenger losing it, the woman yells, "That's not her, she's possessed. She needs help." She then goes into preacher mode, telling everyone on board they need a relationship with Jesus to stave off this sort of takeover of the soul.
Hold on now.
That wants to kill each and every one of y'all, including your family members. That's not her. She's possessed and she needs help. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I'm telling you right now, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. And there's nobody that's going to come to the God, the Father, without Jesus Christ.
Hallelujah.
I'm telling you right now, the spirit of peace is the only thing y'all need. To trust him. In the name of Jesus, I command the spirit of peace. As anybody knows.
What? Well then. We can't speak to anything the Holy Ghost did, but we know police immediately boarded the plane when it landed in Dallas to remove the disturbed woman. No one was injured, but it sure freaked out the whole cabin. Now that is crazy. It says, we'll say this, her crawling over the seats definitely brings Linda Beer's horrifying role to mind, minus the vomit and head spinning, of course. Holiday travel is never a boring moment. That is crazy. And then speaking of possessions, this crazy man, can you show the picture before I read the story?
Yeah.
Can you show his picture?
Hold on.
This man, I'm not going to read the story until Triz puts up the picture. Because
the other Las Vegas?
Yes, Las Vegas. The picture tells 1,000 words. A picture says 1,000 words. What's a million things? This is the man. This man here. Still waiting for the picture.
Who's he?
Here is our boy. Our boy right here says, "I killed that alien." Las Vegas man accused of deadly shooting near a high school says. The man who police say shot and killed a man before shooting at a Las Vegas school did so because the victim was an alien who wanted to be his brother, according to a report from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Report. Are you guys seeing this man? This man did it. He did it. One of the callers called previously on November 2nd to report his gun was stolen, but the person of interest in the case named Major Sanford, 44, who lived in the area, report said. Several callers said they saw a man with dreadlocks and face tattoos who was approximately 30 to 40 years old holding a gun. A witness told police she was walking towards the theater building at the Las Vegas Academy of Arts when she heard 5 to 7 loud pops and saw a man standing in the doorway of one of the apartments. She told police she saw him shooting at the theater building indiscriminately, so she got into her friend's car and they left the area. She later positively identified Sanford as the man she saw, according to the report. Police later found 3 bullet impacts on the east side of the theater building. Arriving officers saw Sanford leaving an apartment in the 400 block. Police took Sanford into custody, and he told them he was carrying a small gun in a bag across his chest. "I killed that alien," Sanford told police while they were arresting him. Officers noted 2 broken windows at Sanford's apartment and conducted a welfare check in the apartment. They found the victim, identified as Shannon Awa, 46, laying on the floor on the bedroom. He was shot in the back of the head and the back of his left shoulder, according to the report. So he executed him. Sanford told police he lived in the apartment with his mother for the past 2 years, and his mother was recently admitted to a hospital for breathing troubles. When asked if any other family members lived with him, Sanford told police that alien, who he later clarified was the person who was on the floor inside the apartment. Sanford told police that Awa was an alien because Awa is not his real brother, although he wanted to be. Sanford said Awa was trying to rob him by taking his weed and gun, and Sanford shot him twice. When a detective asked him about the November 2nd incident involving a stolen gun, Sanford lawyered up. So, what is that? What is going on? What is going on?
I think he was on the bath salts.
He was on bath salts too. Like, all these people be on bath salts. And speaking of aliens and weird things, a takeout restaurant sold thousands of meals made by robots. And they didn't tell anyone because they were doing an experiment to see if anybody noticed. So this man says that he ordered his lunch on a day. He ordered chicken tikka masala and garlic naan from Uber Eats. Seconds later, in a small room in a Queens warehouse 5 miles away, a robotic arm sprung to life. It removed 3 cardboard containers from a refrigerator, placed them in an oven for about 3 minutes. Half an hour later, the order was sitting on his doorstep in a brown paper bag. Now, this is a company that's called Better Days, and they've been utilizing delivery places like DoorDash and Uber Eats, but it literally is just robots preparing these meals and people coming and picking them up and delivering them to you. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I mean, when you order out, do you want to know? I don't know. I like fresh food, and lately, like I said, I'm not into fast food anymore. So I want food that you can like eat with a fork, like real food. But for my food to be prepared, like just to be like thrown into the oven and heated up, is that how they prepare foods everywhere? Or is this just a robot thing?
I don't think I like it.
I don't like it at all. So it's going on in several cities. It started in Paris and Barcelona, where it sold over 100,000 robot-made meals. The company came to New York in May and has been operating out of Cloud Kitchen in Sunnyside, Queens. The startup from the Uber co-founder Travis Kalanick rents space to delivery-only restaurants. Over 24 businesses deliver food from the facility. And even if the company isn't breaking any laws, it raises questions about robotics and food production. Aside from the cost of the dish, what changes when robots cook for people? So they said that with the robots making the food,
the pros and the cons.
Yeah, the delivery the food ends up being about $2 less because I guess they don't have to pay people to prepare it. But I don't feel good about that. Everything that needs a human touch we have done by a human chef. There is a limit to what robots can do. They do say that
So I think humans are cooking the food. It's just
the robots are heating it up,
packaged,
reheating it and repackaging it.
Yeah, I think that like Indian food is pretty that stays fresh pretty long.
You think so? With all of that curry and stuff,
masala, rice, the
stuff
that I'm looking at. That stuff,
I feel like Indian food goes bad quick because it's so.
Well, no, I'm looking at what they have: asparagus and rice and tiki masala and salmon. A couple of days.
The company says that robots can be programmed to cook almost anything: salmon, chicken, garlic naan, and more.
All the robots cook.
Yeah, once a food is placed online, they remove the items from the refrigerators, place them in the ovens that monitor the moisture levels and the temperature of foods. And so that is what's going on now. Trailman wants to open 500 automated restaurants in the next 5 years. So then what do you need people for?
No, we need people.
We need people. This is wild and crazy. I
enjoy a nice human interaction. I enjoy a nice good morning.
I know, and I like people for the most part.
I don't like
for the most part. I mean, I know y'all.
I don't like y'all.
When
you see me, don't say hello.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it to you whether you want me to or not. So Tekashi 6ix9ine is in trouble again.
Yay.
He's ordered to pay $9.8 million for hitting a woman with a bottle at a strip club. What is his problem? He's a rainbow monkey.
You suck a mother.
He is a rainbow monkey. That's what he is, and I said it. I said it loud. He's a rainbow monkey. A Florida jury awarded $9.8 million to a dancer who accused Tekashi 6ix9ine of hitting her in the head with a bottle of champagne. According to Axios, Alexis Salaberrios secured a victory in her lawsuit against the controversial rapper after he failed to occur in court, in civil court. What's happening?
And he didn't. What happened?
Go ahead, because I don't know what happened.
He didn't. So a Florida jury awarded $9.8 million to a dancer who accused 6ix9ine of hitting her in the head with a bottle of champagne. Axios, Alexis Salaberrios secured a victory in her lawsuit against the controversial rapper after he failed to appear in civil court in July. Civil trial in July. The woman sued 6ix9ine in 2021. She claimed that he threw a bottle which struck her in the head at the Gold Rush strip club in Miami.
Damn!
Salaberrios struggled to collect her $9.8 million award from 6ix9ine. She claimed he hid his assets to avoid paying her what he owed. Months later, she sought to seize his income to satisfy the judgment. The civil case was one of several legal issues looming over 6ix9ine. Last month, he was arrested for attacking producer Christian Anthony Rojas and Nelson Alfonso Hilaria Garcia in Dominican Republic.
You about to put your tongue in a knot.
6ix9ine, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, spent over a week in jail. He was released on bail on October 24, excuse me. The incident in the Dominican Republic occurred 2 months after 6ix9ine was arrested for failing to appear in court in Florida. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office apprehended him on August 9th. He posted bond on the next day.
What is his problem? He just want to be notorious for being awful. Like what is wrong with him? He needs Jesus. He need that girl from the plane come and pray on him because he is possessed. He's got the spirit of the devil inside of him.
I believe it.
Something wrong with Daniel Hernandez or whatever it is his name is. But anyhow, that's Tekashi 6ix9ine. No news there because he's a bastard. 50 Cent surprises the final lap tour fans with Ed Sheeran performance. I would have liked to see that. That 50 Cent concert was just really good anyway.
It was really great.
It was a really, really good concert. So I suppose that it would be even better with Ed Sheeran there. The London fans go crazy. 50 Cent fans got some real bang for their buck as Ed Sheeran made a surprise appearance at London's O2 Arena as part of the rapper's The Final Lap Tour. Video footage obtained shows 50 urging the crowd to turn it up even more with a massive digital box descending on stage after the beat of Ed's Shape of You. Rap fans look perplexed at the unexpected voyage into pop as the British singer's vocals are heard live in the distance, and then 50 instructs the audience to put their hands up. The box lifts to unveil Ed himself. Cheers erupted from delighted concert goers, quickly whipping out their phones for evidence of the dynamic music collab on stage. This isn't the first time 50 has stunned fans with a +1 on stage, bringing out the likes of Busta Rhymes, who we saw, and Eminem. 50 has 18 shows left on his 103-date The Final Lap Tour, which spans 35 countries, with India, Australia, Thailand, and more patiently waiting for their turn in the club. Wow.
It was an incredible tour.
That was an experience. I'm really glad that we decided to go to that. Yeah. It was really, really good, and I quite enjoyed it. And you know, I'm not a rapstress, but old school rap, people like 50 Cent, I'll still listen to. All these new people with all these letters in front of their name, I'm not gonna listen to. But people like 50 Cent, Busta Rhymes, you know, I love Busta Rhymes. Tyrese Gibson wants a new judge to handle his divorce case, and you know who I'm tired of reading about? Tyrese and Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. I don't want to hear no more about them two. Every time you look at any kind of entertainment news, that's all you hear. But anyhow, Tyrese wants a new judge to handle his divorce case. Why? What he crying about now? This is one crying ass man. He said the divorce judge has got to go. He's got it out for me. What do you think Tyrese's sign is? He must be Cancer, right? Could he stay crying? Tyrese Gibson is once again taking issue with the judge in his divorce case in Georgia. He wants a new robe in step, claiming the current judge is biased against him. The actor filed new legal docs this week, complaining about the way Judge Kevin Farmer is handling the case and saying he deserves a new judge. Tyrese says Judge Farmer.
He's a Capricorn.
Huh?
He's a Capricorn.
He's a Capricorn. Cap.
He's a Capricorn.
It's Cap.
He's a Capricorn.
What's that? After Sagittarius, right?
No.
Yes, it is. Capricorn is right after Sagittarius.
It is.
And then what is it? Aquarius? No, Aquarius and then Pisces.
Yeah.
Yep. Tyrese says Judge Farmer abruptly canceled a court hearing and ordered him to come up with a massive $450,000 bond within 10 days in connection with his appeal of an order in court, without giving him his day in court to explain how it would be impossible to come up with the cash that quickly. In the docs, Tyrese says he was going to use the hearing to explain why he couldn't pay the $450K due to the Hollywood strikes impacting his ability to work and make money this year. Well, you better go sing something. Go sing something.
How much does Tyrese get paid from them Fast and Furious?
I don't know. It has to be a lot of money, but he's in Fast and Furious and Transformers movies, right?
How much does Tyrese get paid for Fast and Furious movies?
But Tyrese says Judge Farmer scrapped the hearing only a few days before it was scheduled to go down, which TG feels is another example of his honor having it out for him. Tyrese has tried to get Judge Farmer taking off the case before. As we first reported back in September 2022, Tyrese claimed the judge told him he thought the child support order in the case was appropriate, and they didn't care if Tyrese's ex was a greedy gold-digging bitch. Wow, quote unquote. Tyrese also claimed the judge belittled him and with admonishments during his testimony. I'm tired of hearing about Tyrese and his crying. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He needs to get himself a good
therapist.
No, accountant. Because it sounds like he don't know what to do with his money. It sounds like he get money and can't hold it.
And he can't hold it. Tyrese better go back and make some Coke commercials and start singing in the back of the bus, because right now he ain't doing good. And it's bad, because all you hear about with Tyrese now is crying. Can you get into this Meek Mill Trippie Redd story? What's going on there? Meek Mill goes in on Trippie Redd for mentioning his name. What do you say? Keep my name out your mother effing mouth.
Meek Mill has a major issue with Trippie Redd. On Tuesday, November 21st, the Philadelphia rapper shared a since-deleted post on Instagram where he calls out Trippie for apparently mentioning Meek in a disparaging way. This guy, no good. Meek wrote in the overlay of photo of Trippie. I ain't even know guy said my name. If you ain't F with me, F this guy right here. I want to stand on blank. Freely saying my name, make it tight outside. I don't know what they're talking about.
Me either. What, he just don't want him to say his name? He don't like Trippie Redd?
I'm trying to find out what he's talking about, but I'm not sure.
Oh. And who is Trippie Redd? He's this boy here. He looks funny. This guy, no good. Meek wrote an overlay of photo on Trippie. I ain't even know you said my name. If you F with me, F this guy right here. I want to stand on an N-word, freely saying my name. Make it tight outside. I ain't even know you said my name. I see you get pulled in a room by the gangsters in LA. You was scared, but let's see how tough you guys really are. I can't believe these Philly young bulls gassed you to say my name. Look like you repping the devil. I'm going to show you how trying God is.
Are they gonna say where he said his name at?
What'd he say? Ain't know you was comfy enough to say my name. I can't wait to see you, Meek added in the caption. After deleting the post, Meek doubled down on another post he shared on Instagram page. Meek shared a photo of the Ohio rapper with the commentary, if you not ready for Philly, just mind your business, at Trippie Redd. He's no good out here from Maine to Spain, and I mean that. He may worship the devil, so all my God bodies watch this P word. I can't wait to see him. LOL. I don't understand. Why?
I don't know.
What? Why are you so upset because he said your name? Meek has since deleted that post as well. It is unclear what name drop Meek is referring to.
I thought you changed your life, Meek.
Well, it says it's unclear what name drop Meek is referring to. Trippie does not appear to mention Meek on his album Anywhere, which was released earlier this month.
Drunk person ranting.
You think he's you?
What are you talking about?
He possessed by aliens too. Everybody's crazy. Everybody's so creative. Everybody's so crazy. Quavo releases the Huncho Farms cookbook for Thanksgiving. Oh, the launch marked the debut of Quavo's Huncho Farms initiative. Quavo did some good in time for Thanksgiving. The Migos member has released the Huncho Farms cookbook presented by his new initiative, Quavo Cares, Urban Recipe, and Atlantic Community Food Bank, featuring family holiday recipes and healthy cooking tips, which are also available to download. The cookbook release also ties into Quavo's annual drive-through turkey giveaway, which took place on Monday. Among the recipes are remixes to traditional holiday favorites like chefed up box stuffing, aka dressing. That's the title of the recipe, and apple glazed sweet potatoes. It's very important to give back, the rapper said, per the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. We came from nothing, so it's only right that we give back to the people that have nothing or have less. We just try to help the best way we can. This is just a small portion to the big things that we're doing. The turkey drive was also expanded to include Huncho Farms, an open-air Thanksgiving-themed farmers market. For the past 2 years, Quavo Cares has aided the Atlanta community with turkeys, holiday meals, essential household items, and gift cards to over 250 local families. That is so nice. Look at Quavo out there being philanthropic and stuff. Look at all those fresh foods that they have out there, giving with apples and lemons, avocados, and what's that? Pomegranates. What's the other thing that starts with a P?
Pomegranate?
No, the little orange things. The little orange things.
Pears. I don't know.
Squats.
Squats.
Kumquats. Kumquats. That's what they call kumquats. I think that's what it is. But anyhow, so that's a good for Quavo in the Huncho Farm. Fetty Wap reflects on his new career in a new prison interview, and he said, I could have took music more seriously. Did you change this? Because that's not what I had to.
There's two Fetty Wap stories.
Oh, okay. So Fetty Wap reflects on a career in new prison interview. I could have took music more serious. Fetty Wap is still in jail?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it says here, Fetty Wap is currently behind bars for trafficking drugs, which has given him the time to ponder his actions and recognize the importance of his career. In another article, it says that Fetty Wap reveals he returned to drug dealing after fans stopped listening to his music. What? I mean, what Fetty Wap only had like 2-3 songs, right?
No.
He had a lot of songs.
Fetty went Fetty's first album was damn near viral. The whole album.
Yeah, and then he also had a whole bunch of kids too, didn't he?
He already had the kids.
He already had a kid, but then he had kids with that girl with the big old booty on Love and Hip Hop, because he was on Love and Hip Hop for a little while. So he's reflecting on his career now. He says that he could have taken music more seriously. On Tuesday, November 21st, XXL published the 32-year-old rapper's first interview since he was sent to prison earlier this year. In the chat, he was asked what he's been thinking about during his time away from the spotlight. Some of the things I think about really is being home, he answered. I take accountability for everything I did. I don't really be blaming nobody for nothing. It ain't nobody else's fault that I'm here. However, it may have went down, whatever, like with the people and all that, basically just not standing tall. But at the end of the day, that's my fault for not involving myself around people like that and putting your trust in the people that's not really real, that's not really who they say they is. So my whole thing is like, man, just stop effing with N-words, man. That's how I feel. What he say? He added, I just reflect on some of the ish I did in the last few years, how I feel like I could have took music a lot more serious than I did, and just like keep it that route instead of this route. I'm just grateful that I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm able to see some light at the end of the tunnel. He also acknowledged that even though he will be locked up for over half a decade, which will undoubtedly hinder his career, he's still fortunate when compared to some of those around him. I'm around a lot of people that's doing really lengthy sentences. Some of these dudes I've been kicking it with in here. Some of these dudes got 50 years, 30 years. Some of them got life. One of my mans who I was with in Brooklyn, right now he's facing 120 years, and he just smiling every day. We just be kicking it with each other. I be telling him all about the music all about the music experience I have. So I mean, I hope that he comes out from that doing better. I understand, times get hard. He had a lot of kids. He had to make money
He was
somehow.
paying over $150,000 a month in
100
child support.
That's what he's paying in child support. Where's he getting it from? Oh,
No,
wow.
that's what when he was.
That's
why he had to.
How many kids does he have?
I'm not sure, but that's why he resorted back to drug dealing
to selling drugs.
Yeah.
They said after his arrest, the FBI recovered 16 kilograms of cocaine, 2 kilograms of heroin, fentanyl pills, 2 9mm handguns, a rifle, a 45 caliber pistol, a 40 caliber pistol, ammunition, and $1.5 million in cash. Is what he had. That's wild. But I mean, that's life, right? That's life. Here we go. Ice Spice has been named the R&B Hip Hop Rookie of the Year for 2023. What do you feel about that? Who else would have been it? Who else do they have?
I don't know. All these people sound the same to me.
I don't know none of these. Ice Spice became a breakout star over the last 15 months following the release of her Munch Feelin' You single in August of 2022. The 23-year-old newcomer quickly rose up the music ranks. This year, Ice Spice saw multiple top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, and as a result, Billboard has named Ice Spice as the outlet's 2023 R&B Hip Hop Rookie of the Year. Callers, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
I guess Ice Spice is cool, man.
Ice Spice is cool. I just can't get past the fact that every single song sounds the same. Yeah, like yeah, every single one. They're on the radio now. They're killing that Barbie song. I don't know. I hear it every single time that I get in the car, and it's just like I knew that this was Ice Spice, and it just I don't know.
They all sound alike to me though. Doja Cat sound like Coi Leray.
Really? Well, I don't know. I like Doja Cat. I think Doja Cat is very, very versatile. I think she does a lot, and she has a range. And I don't think that Doja Cat always sounds the same.
No, Doja Cat is she's a genius.
She's wild, and I love it. But Ice Spice definitely just she's very one note. She says, I have put in so much hard work, and it means a lot to be recognized for it and have more than just plaques to show for it, Spice told the long-running music magazine. Ice Spice started 2023 by linking up with the British singer Pink Panthers for That Boy's a Liar Part 2 collaboration, which peaked at number 3 on the Hot 100. And I love that song. That boy's a liar.
Yeah, Nafa said I didn't know she was considered R&B, but they have now combined R&B and hip hop together.
And speaking of that, there's a big debate that I've been seeing going around between R&B and rap and Afro beats and whatever. They're saying like Afro beats is ruining it for R&B and rap, or Afro beats is taking over R&B and rap. I saw a lot of people putting their opinions in the hat about that. RZA, I think, spoke about it. Davido has spoken about it.
You can't. Afro beats is doing Afro beats.
Oh, I don't know, but that Davido especially said something about Afro beats and R&B is very, very different, and hopefully soon the Grammys will realize that. I saw an article about that, and then
they calling Byron Messiah and the other dude Valiant. They're calling that rap.
Really?
Those are on hip hop charts, not on dance hall chart. There's no.
I was gonna say, is there a dance hall chart?
There's a reggae chart.
And what about world music? Do they still do world music?
World music will typically be reserved for like reggae.
Reggae.
Dance hall doesn't. But
I feel like the world music, like they dump everything else in there that's not whatever. So there's like Indian music and K-pop and all. Right. Well, K-pop has its own genre, but world music, I don't know, used to be all those other things. But yeah, I was looking into that debate. And then this story here, Diddy lawsuit dredges up Al B. Sure's claim that Kim Porter was murdered. So Al B. Sure, of course, is the father of Quincy, who was Kim Porter's oldest son, who Diddy ended up adopting and raising. I don't know if he adopted him, but he raised him. And Al B. Sure is his his biological father. So all the chatter has dredged up an Albie Shore claim Albie Shore made in 2020, nearly 2 years after the mother of his son Quincy died from lobar pneumonia. Diddy was sued by former girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a Manhattan federal court. We all know that. And the couple settled. The former couple settled more than 24 hours later.
Already.
I know, right? Right. And so, and to note that that case or that court filing has officially been like kicked out of the court. Now it's been dismissed officially now. The bombshell allegations and swift resolution have been the talk of social media since the news initially broke. Diddy has left a series of women in his wake, from Jennifer Lopez and Cassie Ventura to Kim Porter and Styla Misa Hilton. A lot of people I saw on social media and comments and stuff were like, I wonder what the relationship was with him and Jennifer Lopez. I don't think none of that foolishness that went down with Cassie would have gone down with J-Lo. I don't think so. Well, I don't know.
I think some of it went down.
Something? Oh my God. Some relationships were more significant than others, and at least 2 of them produced children. All the chatter has dredged up a claim Kim Porter's ex and father of her son Quincy, Albie Shore, made in 2020, nearly 2 years after Porter died from lobar pneumonia. As he wrote in a since-deleted Instagram post, the morning of the Soul Train Awards, BET Production, Jesse Collins Entertainment, Al B's Around the World, I just found this footage from the morning I learned of Lady KP's, aka Kim Porter's, murder and how it ripped the soul from my physical body. I was on my way to film the pre-show packages for the BET Awards with Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold when I received a call from PR icon Queenie Donaldson asking me if I was okay and did I hear the news. I had no clue. I do know very clearly that Kimberly didn't just check out all of a sudden over pneumonia. That's some BS. Really? This is where I get in trouble. We just celebrated our son Quincy's new deal and Christmas special with Netflix, and she was in a fantastic health as well, laughing, seeing me and Diddy's mutual exchange at the theater. I'm going to leave it there. Albie Shore never explained what led him to that conclusion, but the court of public opinion has its theories. As someone tweeted, but when Albie Shore was saying something happened to Kim Porter, nobody wanted to listen. Then he got sick suddenly. Y'all should have listened. They rekindled before she passed. So he had posted, pictures. Another pointed out Kim Porter was writing a tell-all book, then magically died and computer misplaced. Albie Shore got violently sick after blaming her death on Diddy, and then King Cudi's car got blown up for dating Cassie when they broke up. But y'all saying, why is she just now speaking up? Yet another added, Albie Shore was saying it, and then he mysteriously had a stroke. Y'all, I don't know. Kim Porter went into cardiac arrest at her Los Angeles home in November of 2018 after battling pneumonia. The coroner later confirmed Porter had succumbed to lobar pneumonia, an inflammation of an entire lobe of the lungs. During Porter's private funeral in her home in Columbus, Georgia, Diddy said, God broke the mold when he made Kim. There was truly no other woman like her. What do y'all think? I don't put nothing past Diddy now. I think everything anybody say about him might be true. I think so. What do y'all say in the comments? What do y'all say?
It's unfortunate that everybody's gonna be doing all this digging right now. That's how I look at it. Regardless if he, I don't know.
You think he? What did he do?
It's all I'm saying is Didi
said he did it all.
If he did it, he did it. All I'm saying is unfortunate if he is guilty because it's another black man going down.
Didi said Diddy did it. Did he? That's what I was seeing. A lot of comments said, did he do it or didn't he? Did he? You get it? Yeah.
Terrible.
Did he do it? I don't know. And Shine's gonna talk. He was the first one to take a rap for him. Oh, that's interesting, Schneider. I wonder if Shine is gonna come out and say something. Anyhow, that is what we are hearing now. This is
sound like he the boogeyman of the industry, but
he does. They said he's like somebody read from some movie, and other people were like, Diddy is who we thought Suge Knight was, or who Suge Knight thought he was.
That's John Wick.
John Wick. He's like Ghost.
That's Ghost. Yeah,
yeah, he like Ghost doing stuff in the back, and we don't even know. But anyhow, that's what's going on there. All these rumors about Puffy or Diddy or Love or whatever his name is. But anyhow, we see, Cassie filed her court case on Kim's death anniversary. Did we know that?
About a month. a month away from it. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. Anyhow, that's the entertainment news. We're gonna swing out to take a commercial break. Come right back. Get into the national stuff. We've got some good national stuff. There was another mass shooting last night. Hang on so you can get details about that. Saucy and Friends, be right back.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Wednesday, November 22nd, Specialist and Friends presents November to Remember. Back in time, Thanksgiving Eve Jam. Strictly old school vibe. Oasis Cafe, 33 Haycock Street in Dorchester. $15 early bird, 20 after. Doors open 9 p.m. Thanksgiving Eve Jam, 2023.frontlineticketing.com. November to Remember.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
Boston's new home for urban Caribbean music, Spark FM. Playing all your favorite hits. From reggae, soca,
I don't give a
hip-hop,
Young got no money back, calling me splurge. Rock me jump right out the curb. Bentley Smith fly like a bird. Spin on the first and the third.
R&B.
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3 more times again. I testify for you. I saw that
Afro beats.
When you see them, give me that. Chop up on my body like animals. Make you feel like
And much more. Spark FM. Urban Caribbean music for Boston and around the world at sparkfmonline.com.
Everybody, we are back. We are back. We're going to finish up this show with some national news, things that are going on in the nation and in other places. Israel and Hamas have agreed to a breakthrough deal for the hostages, which is at least a step forward, right? I think. I don't know. So Israel and Hamas agreed to breakthrough deal on hostage release and a 4-day truce. The deal has been reached, and we can go to that story if you can pull up the clip. Israel and Hamas have reached a breakthrough deal for a 4-day pause in fighting and the release of at least 50 women and children held hostage in Gaza, marking a major de-escalatory step nearly 7 weeks after the start of a conflict that has spiraled into a grave humanitarian crisis in the enclave.
I'm just waiting for the video here
Oh,
to
okay.
load.
The deal, as laid out by the key negotiator Qatar in a statement, would see hostages held captive by Hamas released in exchange for a number of Palestinian women and children in Israeli jails. The truce, meanwhile, would also allow the entry of a larger number of humanitarian convoys and relief aid, the statement said. The starting time of the pause in fighting would be announced within the next 24 hours, the statement added. Qatar's lead negotiator, Minister of State Mohammed Al-Khulaifi, said the agreement should prompt the international community to seize this brief window of opportunity to generate further momentum for the diplomatic track.
We continue to follow breaking news out of Israel. A deal has been reached to release hostages taken by Hamas more than a month ago. Good evening. I'm Andrea Flores.
I'm Golston Dar. The Israeli cabinet approving the deal in the last hour. Here's what we know. It includes a pause in fighting to release some of the hostages. Here's what's in the deal. Hamas has to free 50 of the roughly 240 hostages that it's holding inside the Gaza Strip in exchange for 150 Palestinian prisoners. The first hostages to be released are going to be women and children. This is expected to happen in a 4-day period. The Israeli government says that it would actually extend the pause in fighting by an additional day for every 10 additional hostages released. Now, at this point, no word if Hamas has agreed to this deal. We will continue to follow the latest developments and bring them to you as soon as we get them into our newsroom.
I thought they said that the deal was struck. Ain't that what it say? Hamas and Hamas agreed to the breaking deal. Wow. So yes, I think they have now agreed to the deal. So that is the update on that story. There was a mass shooting. A gunman shoots 4 inside of an Ohio Walmart and then dies from a self-inflicted gunshot. 4 people were injured after a man walked into a Walmart in Ohio with a rifle and began shooting. Authorities say the incident happened around 8:36 p.m. on Monday in Beaver Creek, about 10 miles south of Drayton, Ohio. The shooter was found dead in the store from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound around 8:42 p.m. by responding officers. The victims were transported to area hospitals, 3 in critical condition and a 4th with non-life-threatening injuries. 1 victim remains in critical condition as of Tuesday afternoon, while the rest are stable. All 4 victims, 3 women and 1 man, were shopping in the store at the time of the shooting. The suspected shooter was identified by Beaver Creek Police as 20-year-old Benjamin Charles Jones of Dayton. The FBI is currently looking at the shooter, his background, his motivation, said the FBI's Cincinnati field office. We are very, very early in the process. Beaver Creek Mayor Bob Stone applauded the quick response to the shooting, saying it undoubtedly saved lives and minimized the impact of this devastating event. The quick response, the gunman sounded like he shot the people and then killed himself where the police was. It's always one of those things where you don't think it can happen in your community. So anytime it does, it's shocking. It's tragic. The people said Walmart issued a statement to NBC News saying that those at the company were heartbroken. We're heartbroken by what has happened at our Beaver Creek store. The company's statement read, "This remains a developing situation and we're working closely with the investigators on the scene." That's crazy. Thank goodness there were no fatalities, but it is considered a mass shooting whenever more than 3 people are shot. So, including the killer, I think. So that is what happened here. This other story: teens charged in Las Vegas high school schoolers killing to be prosecuted as adults. The suspects, 4 teenagers who face second-degree murder charges, will be prosecuted as adults after the fatal mob-style beating this month of a 17-year-old Las Vegas boy. The teens also face a charge of conspiracy to commit battery, resulting in substantial bodily harm, according to records filed in Las Vegas Justice Court. The suspects were part of a group of 8 teens, ages 13 to 17, who were booked last week on suspicion of murder in the November 1st attack of Jonathan Lewis Jr. near Rancho High School. Lewis was beaten unconscious and died on November 7th. News generally does not name minors accused in the crimes. However, because they're being charged as adults, 17-year-old facing a second-degree murder charge said Tuesday that he's concerned about the murder charge being levied against kids of such young ages. Dracovic added that Lewis's death is a tragedy. This investigation is unfolding. We have yet to review all the evidence. We will review the videos and conduct our own investigation. An attorney representing another teen declined to comment extensively over the text, but said his client is 16 and has been charged as an adult. A lawyer representing a third would not immediately be reached on Tuesday. The fourth teen did not have an attorney. Last week, Las Vegas sought the public's help in identifying 2 other teens accused in the melee. On Tuesday, they announced a 9th minor had been arrested and booked on open murder in Clark County Juvenile Court. Authorities still need help identifying an outstanding person of interest. So they have pictures. They have been posting pictures of the kids that they're looking for all over the internet and everywhere. At least some of the fight was recorded and posted on social media. A video reviewed by the news shows a person taking a swing at someone. That person is then swarmed by a group of teens. The fight erupted over stolen headphones. Ooh. Stolen headphones. And possibly a marijuana vape pen.
Trigger warning.
Lewis's father called his son a hero on a memorial website. He said that his son died defending his friend who was being bullied. That is awful. They definitely should be tried as an adult. California has a new law for K through 12 students to learn media literacy. They say that these kids need to, the bill is designed to help students develop skills in identifying false information online amid a worrying rise in distrust in the media. Signed into law by California Governor Gavin Newsom, who is my best friend, in October. Bill number 873 requires media literacy content to be incorporated into the mathematics, science, and history social science curriculum frameworks. The bill, which will commence in January 2024, was introduced by Assemblymember Mark Berman, a Democrat representing San Mateo County in Northern California. Go ahead. You have a story?
No.
Oh, okay. In a statement via the website, Berman highlighted the importance of integrating the course into the school syllabus, saying teaching media literacy is a key strategy to support our children, their families, and our society that are inundated by misinformation and disinformation on social media networks and digital platforms. And I think that's good because now these kids is all internet. Everything that these kids do is on the internet. Crazy. Iowa official's wife is found guilty on 52 counts of voter fraud charges. She, her name is Kim Taylor. She is the wife of an Iowa County supervisor. She was charged with 52 counts of voter fraud on Tuesday, concluding a months-long case into her interference into the 2020 election. She was helping her husband when she broke the law and assisting her husband seek a re-election. According to prosecutors, she applied for and submitted false absentee ballots, signed ballots on voters' behalf without their permission, and encouraged others to do the same, trying to get her husband to win this election. And I mean, that's my man, and I'm gonna stand by him. This is that SZA song, Snooze. She needs to be singing that because that's what SZA talking about, helping her boyfriend commit all the crimes in that Snooze song. Miss Taylor needs to go and listen to that. Colombia is to sterilize Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos. Oh my God. The drug kingpin bought 4 hippos to his estate in the 1980s. Officials estimate that about 170 now roam Colombia and said that the population must be controlled to protect the country's ecosystem. How many cocaine hippos?
So this is weird. Pablo Escobar had a zoo in Colombia, and he had some hippos that were brought there. And then, when they took over, when the government came and took over the property, they just decided to let the hippos go free.
Yeah.
And they didn't know that hippos repopulate like that.
So now they say, how many do they say is there now? About 170 now roam Colombia. So when the Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar was killed in 1993, most of the animals he had imported as pets, zebras, giraffes, kangaroos, and rhinoceroses, died or were transferred to zoos, but not his 4 hippopotamuses. They thrived perhaps a little too well. Officials estimate about 170 hippos descended from Mr. Escobar's original herd now roam Colombia, and the population could grow to 1,000 by 2035, posing a serious threat to the country's ecosystem. This month, after years of debate of what to do with the voracious herbivores, Colombian officials announced a plan to sterilize some, possibly euthanize others, and relocate some to sanctuaries in other countries. On Friday, one official said that 4 hippos, 2 adult males and 2 juvenile males, had already been surgically sterilized. We are in a race against time in terms of permanent environmental and ecosystem impacts, Susana Mohammed, Colombia's environmental minister, said in a statement. Oh my gosh. That's so awful. Is it awful? They didn't, that's awful.
I mean, I don't know. So I know that before that they were doing like 40 a year.
Yeah.
Trying to just maintain the population. But if it's destroying the ecosystem, then I guess they got to do what they got to do.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's awful. What to know about the mysterious respiratory illness that's affecting dogs. So this has been in the news a lot, and I didn't realize that it was big news. Dogs in at least 7 states have been affected, and symptoms include coughing. I don't know. I can't read the story because they cut it up. They cut me off. The dog story. What does it say about the dogs? This respiratory illness. I guess it's like RSV for dogs. That's weird. Let me see. Let me get the story for y'all because y'all need to know because a lot of y'all got dogs and need to know what's going on. So let's see what the story say. What to know about the mysterious illness that is affecting dogs. The mysterious respiratory illness that may have sickened scores of dogs across the country could be caused by a new type of bacterial infection that may be very good at evading the canine immune system, researchers say. Some dogs had died from the illness, which starts with causes a cough that can last for weeks, runny eyes, and sneezing. In a development that might shed light on the illness, which has affected a variety of dog breeds, researchers at New Hampshire's Veterinary Diagnosis Laboratory have identified a pathogen that might be making pets sick.
And here we go. We have the tip right here.
Serious respiratory illness is infecting dogs at a worrisome rate as veterinarians now scramble to better understand the possible bacterium pathogen, and more owners believe their pets have been infected.
Just been a brutal 6 weeks. It's, everything you do for them, nothing really works.
Diane Swanson says her golden retriever, Gus, became severely ill last month.
The night before last, I thought for sure that we were going to lose him. It was just one of those nights all night long that he just could not catch his breath. He would just wake up just gasping and
with symptoms similar to kennel cough, vets say the suspected newly discovered bacterium can quickly progress to pneumonia and severe respiratory distress.
There's a very small subset of the affected animals, at least based on reports we're hearing from clinical veterinarians, that will develop a secondary bacterial infection, and that can be severe.
With a growing number of cases being reported across the country, it's feared the bacteria is spread where dogs congregate, like kennels, doggy daycare facilities, or dog parks.
It's like COVID for dogs.
Symptoms include a cough, fever, or intermittent loss of appetite.
Experts say the best way to protect your pup is to limit their exposure to other dogs for now, and to make sure they're up to date on their vaccines, especially for respiratory illnesses.
Doggies have vaccines that they have to take too? Do you think the dogs are going to have to wear a little mask? A little dog mask. That's so crazy. Be careful. There's all kinds of things that are happening out here in this world. It's still raining. It is raining. No one gets up. All the kids have a half a day of school today. I might have to go and pick up my child when I leave here because I don't know about leaving the house again after I leave. But anyhow, a man who lived frugally leaves an unexpected gift. What did I just do here? Sorry, people. A man who lives frugally leaves an unexpected gift for his people. What he'd say? He lived frugally and leaves unexpected gift of $3.8 million to a small New Hampshire town after his death. A man who lived, he left that amount of money to 4,000 residents. He died on June 6th after June 6th, left his fortune to the town of Hinsdale, which borders Massachusetts. Edward Smokey Smith, Holt's best friend, told CNN in a phone call Tuesday. He moved to New Hampshire in 1968, lived on his Social Security checks for the last 15 years of her life. Holt lived in a trailer park in the town. The kitchen chairs in his mobile home were made of plywood. Very, very frugal living. The nearly $4 million gift came from a trust Holt established in 2001, primarily made in mutual funds accounts. There was no probate and whatever. Holt's fortune was left to the New Hampshire Charitable Foundation. According to Karen Lynch, the town's administrator, members of the town, including schools and local organizations, can apply annually for grants of up to $150,000 per year with the money that was left there in the trust. And that's a nice gift to leave for someone. And then this story that was just sent to me by Uncle Grandpa. A toddler accidentally fires a mother's gun in a Walmart. So police say a woman is facing a child endangerment charge after her toddler found a gun in her purse and accidentally fired it at a Southern Ohio Walmart store last week. The Waverly Police Department said the woman told officers who responded shortly after 11 a.m. Thursday that the 2-year-old boy took her Taurus 9mm firearm from her purse and it went off. Police said the bullet went into the ceiling of the store and the child was left with a minor injury on his forehead due to contact with the magazine. That's what he get. Police said the woman, whose name wasn't released, was taken into custody and charged with endangering a child. The boy was released to the care of his guardian and taken to an urgent care facility. Waverly Police said in a statement on their Facebook page that sex incidents underscore the need for heightened awareness and safety measures, and the department emphasizes the importance of a responsible firearm ownership and storage, especially for those with children. And that comes after we learned that the little 6-year-old that shot the teacher, his mother is now facing 21 months in jail or 28 months in jail for that shooting. People, why she took the gun to the Walmart? Why you had it in your purse like that? Was there imminent danger at Walmart? I mean, I guess there is imminent danger at Walmart, as we read from other stories. But anyhow, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today with all of the news. That's all I got. You got anything to add, Triz?
It's Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for life.
Yes.
I'm thankful to be loved.
Yes, to be loved.
I'm thankful for all the things to be thankful for.
Me too. I'm thankful for a roof over my head. I'm thankful for safety.
Where you go? Where your camera?
Where I went.
Where your camera go?
What happened? Where'd I go?
You off the camera. But yeah, I'm thankful I'm just thankful.
I'm thankful too.
I'm thankful.
I mean, and that's my good Bible verse for the morning said that. It said, be joyful and be joyful always, pray at all times, be thankful in all circumstances. This is what God wants from you in your life, in your life in union with Jesus Christ. That's from 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord.
Dope.
Because you got to be thankful these days. There's a lot of things that are happening in a lot of places. And if you are able to wake up and be on the right side of the grass, then you're doing all right.
There you go. And Hot Sauce got a message for y'all. She said, I'm thankful for y'all and Spark FM and all our listeners and supporters.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for rocking out with us, hanging in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got plenty more to come. We just need y'all to hang in there and
hang in. Spark is your zone.
There you go.
Spark is your zone. Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. We will see you
tonight. November to remember going down inside of Oasis Caribbean Cafe.
Yes, and that is going to be a fun little hang to get into. And then of course Duke Deuce happening Saturday. Let's get out there to that. Let's get crunk, people. We need that. We need it in this city. And also I think that we're not back until Monday. We're out until Monday. Who's creeping in here? It's Bobby Steels. Woo! So y'all have a good Thanksgiving. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Drink responsibly. Eat until your pants burst. Wear elastic waist pants and have a great time. We will miss y'all. we will miss y'all, and we will see y'all bright and early Monday morning with all of the things.
Yay! See y'all later, man.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
The all-new Spark FM.
Wednesday, November 22nd, Specialist and Friends presents November to Remember. Back in time, Thanksgiving Eve Jam. Strictly old school vibe. Oasis Cafe, 33 Hancock Street in Dorchester. $15 early bird, 20 after. Doors open 9 p.m. Thanksgiving Eve Jam, 2023.frontlineticketing.com.